for you, you feel what I'm saying? Hey, FOB stand over here. I'll be tried, you already know the vibes. Coming in. They tryna sway when they...
Mic check.
Mic check.
What's good, everybody? It's your host, IJ Got It.
And your boy, Solo. Nice. Bless you.
Thank y'all for tuning in to the Got It Too Nice Xmas Series podcast. Thank y'all so much for y'all support. But what else we got to tell them?
Man, we have some exciting news. We've been networking with people from all different What?
Like, comment, subscribe.
Man, I didn't know you was talking about that.
Oh, no. Okay. Now you know.
Well, no, we can leave that in here, though. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate the love that y'all showing us. Continue to show us love because we haven't been seeing it. Yeah. We've been seeing a little bit of it, but hey, I know more of y'all can comment and subscribe and like.
Let's do a little better on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, but, you can go ahead and dive in, to what you want to dive into.
Today, we're going to be talking about fostering relationships. I think it's very important to know how to foster relationships, what that looks like, and how you can benefit from you doing that. I feel like it's really been evident right now for us since starting this Xmas series in our podcast. Man, we've been doing some great things, been networking with some people that have a wide audience, and we're so happy for what's in store for the future of our YouTube channel. So make sure y'all stay tuned. But man, I think it's all this success is coming from us learning to be receptive to each other's perspective on things. I think it's very important that you take the mindset out of jealousy. And you might be like, jealousy, that's a strong word to use. But I feel like when you really get down to it, use this for example. Your communication skills might not be as top tier as your counterpart. And so you feel like you're always on the back burner of the conversation when y'all having a dispute. And it always seems like they come out on top of it. But when you learn to honor one another in those conversations, you understand that in them maybe being right all the time, you're just building wisdom and knowledge that you can use further down the line that will help you in your communication skills and not being so envious. Because when you're having those conversations, you're picking up on knowledge that you can apply for when you step out in your jobs, when you step out with conversations with other individuals. That's why I feel like you have to take out the mindset of jealousy and take in the mindset of a learner, a student of the game.
Yeah. I'll most definitely say that first step is being open to the possibilities and the new ideas that each person has, in that when you're trying to build a relationship, sometimes we get so caught up in what you said, jealous is a strong word for it, but it's, it kind of feeds into what it actually is. It's a jealous feeling of my strength. My strength isn't as dominant as what your strength is.
Right.
In a sort. We all want to be good at everything
Something.
all the time, but it's truly about knowing what your weaknesses is when, matched up when trying to achieve a common purpose. So what you think about, strengths and weaknesses in fostering relationships?
I think strengths and weaknesses are so important to a relationship because that's building diversity and new opportunities for you to grow. That's what makes the world it is today. That's how cities have progressed. People have become financially sound, financially stable. How teams, NFL teams, basketball teams, how they grow is because of that diversity and because of you knowing how to use those strengths and weaknesses amongst each other. And so I feel like for us, we're always talking about strength and weaknesses that we have in ourselves amongst one another. And then not seeing it as somebody trying to get out on you.
Yeah.
And more as it being constructive criticism.
I like that we're talking about strengths and weaknesses, and within that, you have to just know that it relies on you being your authentic self, knowing what you're good at, knowing what you're not good at. And being authentic is, I feel, a beacon in creating a relationship. Um, Kind of talk about that a little, showing authenticity within the relationship.
Authenticity is a reason why a person might have fell in love with you and y'all have become close friends, or you want to showcase your love to your spouse, is because they were being their self,
Mm.
right? Now, some people, they might have put up a facade,
Yeah.
and then later down the line, you're now just starting to witness who they actually are.
Yeah.
And now it's causing disruption in your relationship. Authenticity, accept it. If you're a loser, you're a loser.
Yeah.
You're a loser. That's the hard truth.
Mhm.
But
Embrace it.
ultimately, embrace it, because the truth will set you free. Because you understand that you accepted that you're a loser right now in this moment, you're doing things and putting yourself in environments to where you can step out of being a loser into being a winner.
I like that you said that. Oftentimes, instead of showing interest in a person, we try so hard to get people interested in us. Talk about that.
Yeah. Stop trying to get people interested in you.
Mm.
The people that want to be interested in you, they will come. Because you have to be comfortable with rejection.
Mm-hmm.
Rejection is so important
Yeah.
in society. I feel like we're starting to get a little, not soft, but we're starting to cater too much to people's feelings. Too
Yeah.
much.
Mhm.
Y'all see how I did that bobber ear like that, huh?
Yeah.
We're starting to cater too much to people's feelings. Rejection is good.
Yes.
Reject your flesh. My flesh is being rejected. That's a good thing, because
It shows discipline.
it shows discipline. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you was rejected I know, I'm gonna use me for example. In high school, from the time that I got into 8th grade to 9th grade, I was playing varsity football.
Mhm.
And so the rules in Louisiana, that's why I'm from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Shout out to Boot. Oh, but when I transferred from Christian life to Catholic high school, there's these rules that if you didn't play varsity football, it doesn't matter what grade you're in. If you didn't play varsity football, you have to sit out a year.
Yeah.
And so I'm going into the spring, not spring, but I'm going into the scrimmage for the fall as we're preparing to go into the regular season.
Right.
I get off the bus, I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm about to play.
Nope.
Tell me why my coach said, sorry, son, but you're not going to be able to play in the football games for this season because of the eligibility rules that's in place for high school in Louisiana. And so right there, boom, I was met with rejection of having the capability or the ability to play varsity football
Yeah.
for that season. But in that, if I didn't accept that rejection, I could be like, man, I don't want to play football no more. I'm not going to help out the team no more. I could have been like, man, coach, you can see me after this year. And I don't have to practice, do none of that. But in that, I was on a scout team. Our scout team was the main reason. Our offensive scout team was the main reason why we was able to pull through and win the state championship in December. Because I accepted the fact, hey, Solomon, you're not going to be able to play. So you might as well give it your all and be an altruist. Showing or wanting to help others and benefit others for their advancement.
Yeah.
Because in the same way, I'm advancing myself. I'm making a name for myself. I'm showcasing myself as a leader.
Yeah.
So,
I kind of want to shift the conversation into another sector of fostering that relationship. It's oftentimes that we disbelieve encouragement from other individuals. I would say that, say for instance, you have a relationship with someone and they tell you so much about yourself, but you don't believe it within yourself. Sometimes we get and we feed ourselves a narrative about ourselves and we beat ourselves up so much that when someone encourages us, we're not able to celebrate the moment.
In a way, I kind of do get what you're saying. You're saying when an individual comes up to you and is telling you, "Hey, your communication skills are great," but you don't believe that.
Right.
Oh, so you talk okay.
Mhm.
Or if they say your communication skills aren't great, but you believe that they are.
Yes.
So that comes with having discernment and truly looking yourself in the mirror and analyzing is what this person saying is what this person that don't even make sense what I just said. What this God, dog,
Start your whole statement over when you do it though.
yeah. Is a perspective that this person's perspective on me, is it truly, is it true or is it this or is it a lie? But that really just comes down to having discernment and analyzing step by step, sentence by sentence. Is it true?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say. I really can't speak on it like, because that's just something that you have to deep down have to understand for yourself. I can't tell you.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what that looks like. I can only tell you about myself. And one way that I see if what I'm doing is acceptable or what the other person's perspective that they're giving is true is I pray about it. That's what I do. I pray about it because you can have these preconceived notions or this ideology of no matter what people say about me, I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
When all the time you're not right.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. Because at the end of the day, you're not the spotlight. You're not the spotlight. I feel like we focus so much on what people are thinking about us. When in all seriousness, they probably thinking more about themselves than they are thinking about you. And so you're more comfortable with the criticism that they're giving you. Because it's not them coming to you, oh, yeah, this, that, yeah. It's more of how can what I'm saying can it benefit them?
Yeah.
And so that's why it's so important to know who you have in your circle.
Don't oversimplify. And I see that a lot in today's society, just in college. When you make the effort to correct behavior or try to help someone grow in something that they're not that good in, they feel that, man, this person completely just tried to demean me or my character and the things that I know about myself. When in actuality, they're just trying to help advance you. Don't oversimplify it. One occurrence doesn't mean a life sentence towards what a person is thinking about you. Don't take the critique that that person took in that moment and apply it to them as a whole in y'all's relationship. I'm saying, do you agree with that? Like, do you feel that we oversimplify our relationships and sometimes?
Oversimplify?
Do we oversimplify our relationships? Yeah.
Explain that for me. oversimplify? Or do you mean overanalyze?
You can take it like that, but I'm saying as in oversimplify. So if I'm simplifying something, I'm saying this is what it is. But if I'm oversimplifying something, I'm saying that this is what it is, but man, this is what it is. You know?
Like a math problem.
Exactly.
So you simplify, but you oversimplified it too much, and the answer is wrong.
Right. Mm-hmm. Those big assumptions that we make after, what could be.
Yeah, I feel like we're making more than what it is.
Yeah. We've seen that before.
And that's just having emotional maturity.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times people don't have emotional maturity and they take it deeper. But that's where you have to come into agreement with yourself that that's one of my weaknesses, but that sometimes it can be a strength.
Yeah.
So it's all about how you take it. But you have to understand that everybody has a different function in the dynamic of their friendship. It's not the same.
I know something we could talk about. We could talk about body language. Eye contact.
So what does that look like for you? Expound for me. You said body language.
Gotcha. So within body language, it's outside of communicating with our voices and everything. Our facial expressions, our eye contact, and our tone of voice tell so much about the person we are and how engaged we are into a conversation. If I have eye contact with you during the conversation, this shows that, hey, I'm all attention. Think about if I'm paying attention in class, am I on my phone or am I looking at the teacher? If I'm engaged in what's going on, it shows engagement. And that's what I feel can foster a relationship. Another is your facial expressions. Do you know how many times you see a person's facial expression and you like, that person is mean? Like when you look at them.
So now you're judging their face. That's what you're saying.
But you can judge facial expressions in a sense because it tells you about a personality. Sometimes people's facial expressions tell a false narrative of who they are. So for you to say internally, man, my facial expression has nothing to do with the type of person I am. That's a hindrance and also it's a good thing at the same time, but from the bad perspective, some people don't want to approach you because of how you look, like how your facial expression is.
Mm-hmm.
No, seriously. If you see a famous person and they're just like look like they don't want to be bothered, are you gonna go talk to them?
No.
You're not.
Well, yeah, that's
because it's a conscious thought. So if they look very friendly, you're more willing to go talk to them. Is that something that I contemplate on? Hey, man, I'm completely okay with the facial standard I place out, rather than, man, let me walk around with a smile so I look approachable.
So now you're giving a false narrative.
I'm not giving a false
No.
narrative.
Hold on.
If I'm a lighthearted person, and I know I am, I'm going to walk around with a smile. If I'm a person that doesn't want to be bothered, I'm going to walk around with that.
Right.
But what if I'm a lighthearted person, but I don't smile much? What if I'm a person that doesn't want to be bothered, but I look approachable?
So basically, that's what I'm saying. Body language is important. You don't give off this false.
Yeah.
Don't give off a false narrative that you're freaking happy.
But
if you're not happy, then keep the face that you have.
Yeah.
Don't try to, like we just said, we're not catering.
But I'm talking about in the perspective of when I'm holding a conversation with someone that I'm talking to, like in a relationship. But then making that relationship with them.
I feel like emotional expressions are very important.
Yes.
But
if the whole time you're talking, hold on, quick question. If the
wait, let
whole
me finish,
time,
when you emotional expression is very important because say you're smiling, but you deep down inside you're upset. The way the person is receiving it is, oh yeah, they're telling me this, but they got a smile on their face, so they must not be serious. Like you said, body language is very important.
Yeah.
It showcases internally how you feel.
yeah,
When a whole thing about a relationship is emotional connection, which has to do with internally how you, which stems from internal attributes. And it just showcases on your face, on your body,
yeah,
outwardly. Like if I'm excited, internally, I'm a smile. If I'm mad, internally, I'm be like this. So that's why I feel like, yeah, when you're having conversation, body language is very important, like you said.
But is it important to always show how you're feeling?
Yes, that's part of communication. It's important to have, because sometimes people suppress how they're feeling. And that's a form of silence, which is withdrawal. And then later down the line, it's just building up, building up, building up, building up until it explodes. It's not good. Say you really are happy about your relationship with your spouse, but you don't showcase it.
Yeah.
You just, how you think your partner feels? How you think your wife feels? Does he really love me? Because he doesn't showcase it.
Yeah. I agree.
Because a Bible verse says, walk prudently when going to the house of the Lord. It's your body language. You're showcasing, walking in it. Walk in love. Walk in peace. Walk in patience. You're showcasing it. You're just not like a zombie or a movie. Just like this. No. Like a baby, a little baby, when it's parents. It might not know nothing the parents are saying, but if it sees the parents are laughing and giggling, oh, the baby is going. That's an innate nature of the baby just to laugh and smile. Or if it hears the parents yelling and being upset, why you doing? Why you doing this? The baby starts crying. So that's why I feel like it's not good just to withdraw and just be in silence about how you feel. Express yourself. That's what communication is, expressing yourself. But a lot of times people don't know how to express. And that just comes with practice. Look, pull your phone out. We like to use this so much and take selfies. Post your phone up somewhere and just come up with scenarios and see how your facial expressions are. If you feel like that's something that you have to work on, practice makes you better. Not perfect, makes you better. Because once you get complacent, you're shorting yourself of the potential you have to grow and within yourself.
I agree with everything. We really just talked about within that body language dynamic. We try to feed a false narrative sometimes with how we feel. Like I'm not gonna lie, you shifted my perspective of it. For me personally, I don't try to look like all the situations that I'm going through personally because in actuality, in the same point, people aren't thinking about you as much as you think. So if I'm so fixated on trying to let people know how I feel, I'm losing a relationship because now I'm trying to tie my feelings to our relationship. So that was my perspective on it. And I feel like it can be a mesh of both. Sometimes you need to let people know how you feel. Sometimes you need to not feed so much into your emotions within a relationship because it can shift y'all's whole dynamic.
And yeah, you're right. But I want to put it like this. It's all in the way of how you do it. You can express your emotions all you want to. You don't have to suppress them. That's how you feel in love. Love is an emotion. Love has its highs. Love has its lows. Love has its in-betweens. But, like I said, how do you express that? If you're angry, yeah, you're angry, but there's a right way to tell somebody that you're angry. Like this. Like we didn't had ours. We might as well just be vulnerable with the audience. When we was talking about how should we do our podcast, one side, go ahead and say how you feel the podcast should be.
My envisioning for the podcast was outside of our content that we post, we show our serious side while also being able to show the comical side of ourselves. But I wanted it to be taken more seriously than our content.
And so then I said, yeah, we can do it professional, but I'm not about to change my personality just because we got people of a wide audience coming to be on our podcast, or we want people to take us seriously. Like you can take us. I'm a serious person. Like when we talk, we're talking about serious topics.
Yeah.
But who wants to be on our podcast? The ones that want to be on it, they're gonna accept us for who we are.
Yeah.
We think more about ourselves than what people think about us. When you wake up in the morning, it's, I wonder what I'm gonna do today. I'm sleepy. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Blah, 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 blah. You have more intrusive thoughts about yourself than what people are perceiving about you. They're thinking more about how they can benefit than they thinking about, oh, they're doing this, they're doing that. They're always trying to receive, what can I get so I can better myself? From us being ourselves, people might pick up for themselves. They not too much worried about what we doing. They're picking up on themselves. Man, let my personality be. Let me showcase my personality, because they showcasing their personality, and it doesn't matter who steps into the door.
Right.
Yeah, there's a time and place for everything, but
and I feel that we already have a influence already, just within our own personalities, and that's what I wanted to keep while on the podcast, and it shows within our conversation right now. We're serious. We've had laughable moments.
Yeah,
but all in all,
we're versatile.
We're versatile. We getting stuff done.
I'm not about to be serious the whole time. That's not
getting
me.
Stuff done for real.
I'm not about to be serious the whole time. That's not me. I'm not serious all the whole time. That's what makes Solomon. That's what makes Solo Too Nice.
That's what made IJ got it. And that's what made IJ got it. Like, if I ain't have it, who got it? You know?
And if I ain't too nice, who's nice?
Hey,
get out your head.
Out your head. Say what you gotta say.
Get out your head. Oh my gosh, what they gonna think about me? What? To be honest, I'm really starting to get in the mindset more and more. Hey, I don't care what God thinks about me, to be honest.
It doesn't matter.
I only care about what he thinks about me and how I live my life. Let me talk about this. So yesterday, and this is being one of it, yesterday, post game, I'm at my post and I run across this man and we're chopping it up. Then he asked me about my future endeavors and all that. Now, at the moment, I started sweating. Face perspiring. And hey, I was like, dang. But guess what? after the end of the conversation, he was like, "I'm happy that I ran across you." Now I could have allowed that perspiring on my face to dictate how I held my conversation.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just like, it is what it is. I just started sweating. I held conversation. I looked the man in his eye. I kept my personality. And he fell in love with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you think about it, in the midst of that, in the midst of adversity, I stood my ground. I kept it 100. I kept it true.
Man, today we learned celebrate the moment. The dynamics of relationship and fostering these genuine relationships with people. But I feel that the biggest thing is going into fostering a genuine relationship is it doesn't matter. Be yourself, be your authentic self, be open to the relationship.
Yeah.
Show interest in the person and don't expect for them to show interest in you. But they will do that automatically if you show interest, honestly, because people like people that's interested in them.
Right? Because it's more about how they can benefit themselves.
And the biggest thing is this mindset, this spotlight effect that we have on ourselves when talking to somebody. We think so much about what they're thinking about us when we don't even understand our own selves. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in to the podcast today. It's most definitely been a pleasure. I hope that y'all have already liked and commented on the video. And if y'all haven't, go ahead and get at that. It's your host. I just got it.
Your boy, Solo. Nice. Bless you. We out.
Chillin', cause I wanna give me a million. I gotta get it, keep telling me lies. I'm not surprised.